If you are looking to relocate to St. Augustine, Florida, and you're thinking, you know what, I may as well rent instead of buy because I don't really know where I want to live, I'm going to show you a great compromise today. We're here at Cordera, which is right in the heart of St. Johns County. This is a townhome community. They have 3-bedroom and 2-bedroom options that you could buy for the price of what you pay for rent. Let's check it out. So we are here at the neighborhood of Cordera. It's in St. Johns County. It's really close to downtown St. Augustine, the beach, and we're right off of State Road 207. So we're about probably 5 minutes to getting to 95. So if you do need to work in Jacksonville, that's going to be pretty important to you. So you're just right down the road from there. And then where we are on 207, you're only about a 15-minute drive to downtown St. Augustine, where all the history, the shops, restaurants, food, music is down. And then also you have 15 minutes to the beach. So if you want to go drive over to the beach, you want to go lay out in the sand, you want to go maybe to the amphitheater down there, get a farmer's market on, it's going to be about 15 minutes from here as well. So you're centrally located to everything that St. Johns County has to offer, which makes this a prime place to live. This townhome community is called Cordera, and they have about 380 townhomes that are going right in this location, and they're about halfway through their build. So they probably have another 2 years of building these townhomes before they're completely done here in the area. Guys, and I also wanted to get on here and tell you one more thing. At the entrance of this community, it's right off of 207. They put a 7-Eleven right there. They're also adding a RV and boat storage right at the entrance of the community. It's not on 207, it's at the entrance. I'll throw some B-roll on it so you can see it. But they're also building an ambulatory center right, I guess I want to say it's north of the building. It's closer to 207. I'll throw the B-roll up on that as well. So they got an ambulatory center. They got the RV boat storage going in on one part of the intersection. And then across the way, there's plans for a retail strip mall. So commercial development right on the corner across the way there. So outside of a place to work, a place to store your boat or your RV, you may have a place to go shopping or maybe go to yoga or something like that right on the corner in the near future. So another cool bonus to this community. And if you're wondering about schools here in the area, we have Webster Elementary. That's going to be a B-rated school. We have R.J. Murray Middle School. That recently went from a B to an A-rated school this past year. And then we have St. Augustine High School, which is going to be an A-rated school and also one of the best football programs in the entire area. If you don't know, St. Augustine takes their football very seriously. And if you have kids that are going to college, Flagler College is going to be about 15 minutes down the road. You can pretty much take 207 right down there to US 1. And then if they're going to University of St. Augustine, that's only going to be about a 5-10 minute drive out of this neighborhood here because it's right at the intersection of 207 and 312. So since we're talking about the numbers a little bit, I want to dive a little bit deeper because they not only offer primary owners an opportunity to buy here, but also if you're a secondary owner, they have great interest rates for you as well. And on top of that, they have interest rates that are for investors too. So if you're looking at an adjustable rate mortgage, you're looking at 2% of closing costs as well, added to your deal so that you come out of your pocket with less money. But one of the biggest downsides of this, and maybe you don't consider it a downside, I personally don't, but some people might, is that there aren't really any amenities. Now, we're a stone's throw away from Entrada, where they have some world-class amenities over there, but here in Cordera, the only thing they have is a dog park, a tot lot, and for your HOA fee, they cover the outside groundskeeping, right? So they don't have to worry about the grass or the bushes or anything. That's all covered by the HOA. But there's no luxury amenities or anything like that. It's just a tot lot and a dog park. Outside of that, one interesting thing, and I think this is where this is a good thing, this is why I like it, is their HOA is pretty low. It's $340 a quarter, so it's only about $113 a month, but that does not include the siding and the roof, the exterior of the property. In most HOA communities, when you're buying a townhome or a condo, those are all bundled into the fees together, which also relates to a higher HOA on a monthly basis, so that they can, when the roof comes time to get fixed, when the siding needs to get painted, the HOA handles that. What they've found, and I've actually lived through this personally, is that HOAs tend to not manage the money correctly. So when D.R. Horton's out of the neighborhood, it gets passed on to the homeowners, the people raise their hand and volunteer to become an HOA board member, they tend to not know what they're doing and mismanage the funds. I've had this happen at my townhome that I own off of 95 and 16. We got an assessment last year for about $3,300 just to fix the roof when we already had an increase in HOA payments, and we thought that all that money would have been there, but it wasn't. So they hit us with an assessment for thousands of dollars. So here what the plan is to give you a lower HOA, and then when the time comes for you to be able to replace the roof and paint the siding and all the miscellaneous exterior maintenance that you need to do, they're going to hit everybody with an assessment based on their square footage, the roof line, whatever that is, so that everyone gets that bill at that time. So in my head, it actually makes a lot more sense because you're giving a lot less stuff to manage to the HOA that they could possibly mess up. So on this video, I really want to speak to my first-time home buyers, because when you're going to look at a rental, let's say you're going to spend $2,000 a month, you're going to have first month, last month, and security deposit. So let's say that's $2,000, $4,000, $6,000 just to move into something that you're not going to own. You're not going to build any equity in the home. You're not going to get any benefits from the appreciation of it. So what I wanted to show is if you're going to buy this house here with an FHA loan, you need to put 3.5% down. So if I put that into a calculator, at the most expensive, it's going to be $275,000 times 3.5%. It's not zooming in there, but take me on my word or do the math yourself. It's $9,625. So yeah, it's more money 100% than going and getting a rental. But at the same time, you're going to be able to move into here and own a place, be able to do what you want with it within the bounds of reason inside the unit. But you're also going to be able to build equity, get the appreciation long term. And then eventually this could be something that could be getting your foot in the door of real estate so that you buy this, get that low interest rate, move into your next house, and then make this an investment property. Because as of right now, you can probably rent this for more than what the mortgage is going to be. So what I want to do is take you through the 3-bedroom, then we'll take you through the 2-bedroom. We'll talk about some of the things that I like, some of the things I dislike about this floor plan. Overall, it's a fantastic value, but this is the Springfield floor plan. This is a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, and it's got an open layout. You can potentially get a fridge, washer, dryer, and a screened-in enclosure back there for you. But one of the things that I really like about this first floor is the kitchen and how it kind of juts out here a little bit, separates the space, and it also has a window in the front. And especially when you're in a townhome, you don't have windows on the either side unless you have the end unit. So that natural light, in my opinion, is paramount. Outside of that, you do also get a half bath, which is downstairs. And then you also have nice big 8-foot sliders that lead out to a screened-in enclosure. The screen's not typically included. We got to ask for that. But that's where I come in to negotiate your deal. They do also have a little storage closet there. So if you do need some stuff, the store right there is perfect. It's not a whole bunch of space, but gives you a little bit of space when you don't have a garage here. Now, personally, I do like the 2-bedroom a little bit better, and we'll get over that in just a second. But the 3-bedroom has good sized rooms. They're not huge, but they're not teeny tiny either. Now, this is really entry-level affordable housing here in St. Johns County. So you don't get all the bells and whistles, but you still get a little bit of bells and whistles, right? So here we have a shower, we got tub surround. Not exactly the best thing in the world, but they've upgraded from the Formica countertops to quartz countertops, which makes it look a whole lot nicer. So we have the master bedroom in the back of the home, and it has its own master suite. So you have a nice little walk-in closet here. I'm gonna do it backwards because I can see it in the camera. I'm not gonna hit my head, but you have a good sized walk-in closet there. And then you also have a really nice master bathroom. And this is where the 2-bedroom I think is gonna shine over the 3-bedroom, is because there's 2 suites upstairs. So they both have their own master bathroom, and it makes it really nice. But we'll check that out in just a second. So before we go check out the 2-bedroom, I just want to show you the outside where you have the 3-bedroom. It juts out a little bit over here, gives you that little bit extra space in the kitchen. We're gonna go check out the Osmond, which is the 2-bedroom, 2.5 bath. And both of the rooms upstairs have master suites, which is really nice. And one of the things I really like about this plan. So if you're a snowbird, or if you have kids that go to Flagler College or University of St. Augustine, this could make a ton of sense because you have 2 bedrooms upstairs with their own bathroom. They can share it, they can get a roommate, whatever that is, and pay some of that mortgage down so that you don't have to, mommy and daddy. But also, we got a nice big island, nice bar where you can sit over here, have your breakfast and everything. The one thing I like about this plan versus the 3-bedroom is that the stairs provide kind of a separation of space, right? So because it's right in the middle here, it distinguishes between the kitchen and the dining and living room over here. One good thing, and they had this over in the 3-bedroom as well, is that they have a half bath downstairs, and it's right over there. It's a toilet and a closet. I don't really need to show you that, but you do also get a nice little lanai back here as well. Let's run upstairs, and there's one more thing that I really like about this outside of the 2 bathrooms. It's going to be doing your laundry. If you remember, in the 3rd bedroom, the washer and dryer was downstairs, right? Doesn't make a whole bunch of sense, right? So up here, we got your master in the back of the house here. You have a master bathroom right here. And then you've got your closet over in the corner, and it goes this whole span of the wall, right? Then we're gonna walk down here, and we're gonna have our washer and dryer right out here towards the front of the house. So washer and dryer's upstairs, makes it a little bit easier. You hop out of the shower, you come here, do your laundry here, and not having to lug it up and downstairs. Same setup over here. So they're identical rooms. You got your closet in the corner, goes the length of the wall. They put a little office setup in here. So just to show you what you could do with the room. And then same thing, you got your master bathroom here. Toilet, shower, sink. Really functional, especially if you have kids that are going to college. I think this makes a lot of sense for some college kids. Guys, that is it. I hope you gained a little bit of insight onto the most affordable place to buy a home here in St. Johns County. Got a beautiful stormwater retention pond behind me, which backs to some of these townhomes. If you are looking to buy, if you're thinking about buying, or maybe you're thinking about renting and want to open that conversation up, make sure you reach out to me and my team. All we try to do is give you the information so that you can make an educated decision on what you want to do, which is buy, sell, or invest here in St. Augustine. Until next time, guys, I'll see you.